Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of my SQL masterclass for beginners. Remember, we are working with Xampp, and if you follow the episode 1, um, we downloaded Xampp and also showed you how to install Xampp on your PC, and we also looked at the Xampp environment using the local host on your browser, PHP myadmin. In the PHP myadmin layout, we created um, we created our first database, which I named Prom. I believe you should have named your own database, whatever name you feel like you want to give it to. Uh, if you did not go through that class, feel free to go back to my channel and look out for episode 1 of this lecture. Okay, let's dive into what we have for today. Today we'll be looking at building your first table. Building your first table. Okay, first, make sure you start your Xampp control panel. Mine is on my taskbar. You can find yours, some could be on the desktop, or go through your window drive and type Xampp and see if you can see it on your Windows. That's if you kept it there. But then, like I said in the previous lecture, we called this panel up from the C drive. Okay, quickly open your C panel and make sure that your Apache is on, your MySQL is on, and your FileZilla is on. If you get your control panel activated, do well to close it and keep it one side. Okay, go to your browser. In your browser, type in localhost php myadmin, enter. Now on the php myadmin platform, remember we created a database called prom. Now click on the prom, click on prom. Now on your database view, you'll see create table. Create table. Now type in the table name you want. Let's name this table my first table. My first table. Okay, let's use my underscore first underscore table. All right, columns. The columns, for you to indicate the column of the table creating, that means you should know the number of columns you want to create or fields you want to create the table for. Like, we are creating this table called my first table. For instance, you're creating a table for user account. That means you need to have name, email, phone number, and so on. All right. But now we're saying these are first table for the learning purpose. Now, my first table will use just name. Let's use username and email. So we'll be looking at 4 fields. The 4 fields include your ID, the name, the username, and email. All right. So I will go ahead to create Click on create. Now it will take you to this view. On this view, type in first should be your ID, which is a primary key. Your ID, which is a primary key, we'll type in our ID. Your ID, you indicate int, which means integer. It is a number, integer, and the length of the value should be at least 50. Should be primary key, and this, so you should make it auto increment, right? That your it should increase on its own. I think that's all you need to do on the ID. Primary key auto increment. Next will be name. Name. Since name is an alphabetic field, it should be voucher, and the length can still be 50, and that's all. That's all you need to do on this field. The next is username. Username, which is also uh, an alphabetic or alphanumeric field. So you use voucher. You can still make the field 50, 50, and that's it. The next is email. Email, still voucher, and the field can be 100 or 50, as the case may be. After imputing this, hit the save button. That's it. So we'll have our first MySQL table created using PHP MyAdmin, which is ID, name, username, email. All right, so try and practice this. Create your own table, practice it, do it again and again, and know how to create your table. Practice makes improvement. This is how to create a table. You can also create this table using SQL scripts. You can create a table, the same table we just created, using SQL scripts. Now, how can you do that? You can create this table by clicking, always remember your database from, because you're creating the table on the database. So you click on your database, which is from. Now, the moment you look at this host line and you see the prom, you know that you're inside your database. Click on SQL. The first thing here is structure, which shows the content, the tables that are inside the prom database or whatever name that your database bears. So now let's create another table using SQL. Now click on SQL and type in the script I just showed you. Now we'll have create table user, right? ID, the following field, ID, name, username, email. That's it. When you type in this, do well to take a close look at it. I said create table user, in brackets the ID, which is the field, ID, int, auto increment, primary key, name, voucher 100, can make it 100, can make it 50, depending on what you want. 50, not null. Username voucher 50. Email voucher 100. You can still make it 50 if you want. So now, having typed this, we go ahead and click on go. You can see under the prom database, we've created another table called user. Now, when you click on this user and click on the structure, you see the user table, user, ID, name, username, email. This is how to create a table using SQL. Practice this again and again. In the next episode, we'll be looking at inserting data into your table. Once more, do well to subscribe to our channel. I'll be expecting your emails. If you have any question, do well to ask. Thank you.